Next presenter for the day is Professor Porkodi S. from Bishop Cotton Women's Christian College, Bangalore. And the title of the paper is A Study on Demographics and Work Diversity in Educational Sector. And the next presenter is Professor Divya Bansal and Dr. Chaya Bangercha. Good afternoon, Manava, present here. So my name is Porkodi, I am from Bishop Cotton Women's Christian College. So my research topic was on demographics and workforce diversity in educational sector. Just to give a brief summary on my topic, the research concentrated on studying whether there is a shift of corporate citizens into educational sector. Okay, so nowadays what is happening is most of the women population, they are jumping into the education sector due to different factors. So that is one of my objective. So to give a brief introduction about my topic, workforce diversity is nothing but it is a workforce which has a broad mix. So mix in the sense we have different kind of people who come from different background. It may be based on gender, religion, caste, culture and the region wherever they stay. So the statement of my problem is there is a shift of corporate citizens into education sector. So in order to analyze my research problem, I framed 4 objectives, where the first objective is concentrating on studying whether there is a shift, and second objective concentrate on why there is a switch of corporate citizens into education sector or into teaching field, and third objective is what are the factors which is motivating the existing corporate citizens to jump into education sector, and the last objective is the jump of corporate citizens affecting the existing teaching fraternity. So based on all these objectives, I collected the primary data from 30 respondents. So here is my sample design, where I collected a list of 30 respondents, 10 belonging to teaching fraternity and 10 corporate citizens, and 10 respondents who have shifted from corporate to education sector. So the sources of data are here, where a questionnaire was distributed, and also there was mail survey and personal interview, and I collected the secondary data from different textbooks, newspaper and published journals for my literature review. So findings of my study is, so here as I told you earlier, I have divided my respondents, where I have divided them into clusters. So one cluster belongs to where people have shifted from corporate to teaching field, and next cluster belongs to corporate citizens who are working in corporate area who are trying to jump into educational sector, and last one all the existing teachers. So here out of my research I was able to fulfill my first objective, where I could found that 63% of female population are jumping into teaching field due to different factors. Once they finish their graduation, they enter into corporate sector, where they get handful of money and they get incentives and they get motivated. After 5 years maybe, that is maximum, they try to settle down. They try to settle down getting married. So they are not able to balance both the work life, where they have rotational shifts and night shifts. So these people, what they try to do is, they try to get into education sector where they have flexible working time, and also they can pursue their higher studies. So next, when a question was asked to the corporate citizens why they want to become a teacher and what would be the advantages of becoming a teacher, most of them responded that there is flexible working time and the career is rewarding, and few answered that there is autonomy in teaching, that is nobody is going to sit and monitor. They just give you the syllabus and you have to present and you have to inspire your students, and nobody is going to sit and coach you and nobody is going to train you. And few people mentioned that they also get trained in different areas, like they are motivated to present papers, or they can pursue higher studies, or they can also go for their higher education. Then these are the motivational factors why most of the people are trying to come into education sector. So most of them feel that the work environment is flexible, and also as I told you earlier, the timing is flexible, and they get long holidays with pay if they are working with universities. Then they also feel that there is no target which they have. In corporate, they have a target which they have to achieve within the given time period, only then they will be getting the incentives. And last one, few feel that they also get a status in the society to showcase themselves as the lecturers or teachers. And another question was asked for the existing teaching fraternity, where do they have fear of this workforce diversity? 70% of them accept that they have a fear because they have a lot of competition. Because most of the people, what they do is, people who come from corporate citizen, they try to bring in innovative ideas, where most of the teaching fraternity, they use outdated techniques even now. So these people come and implement innovative ideas, and this is serving as a barrier or competition for the existing teaching fraternity. So these are the three important factors which was affecting them. That is the employment elasticity itself, and the nature of employment, and the security of job. So to conclude, there is workforce diversity due to growth in educational sector. It is serving as a dividend for a country, but it is serving as a disaster for the existing teaching fraternity. So I would like to conclude my presentation by thanking Jain University by giving opportunity to present my paper. Thank you.
Here in the hard copy,
Yes.
There is a null hypothesis, male population
Yes.
shifting towards education center. Have you included in your this presentation?
Yes.
Show it.
Show it in a graph.
Population shift towards
Yes.
teaching field with reference to gender.
Yes.
So, what you found?
I found that most of the female population are entering into this field due to they get proper working time, and they are able to balance both the work life and family life.
You have applied chi-square test.
Yes.
So, show the chi-square statistics and
No,
p-value.
I've just used a graph. I have not presented my statistics on the screen.
Why?
I thought I'll keep the graph and I'll explain.
No, graph is showing only proportions. What was the sample size?
30 respondents.
So 30, and they belong to which place, ma'am?
Bangalore.
Oh,
And-
Bangalore is huge.
No, I
So
just
within Bangalore,
to
which
limit
place?
it. That is one of my limitation, where I could limit the respondent
No,
level
it's,
to 30.
no, it's okay. Everything is fine.
Okay.
So these 30 people
Yes.
who were contacted by you,
Yeah.
I believe that they all were from your institute,
Not exactly, sir.
so nearby institute.
Yes, few were my relatives also.
Few were your
Yes,
relatives
yes.
also, right?
So that is
So-
one of my limitation where I couldn't.
So now, on the basis of 30, how many female in this pie chart?
Percentage. I mentioned percentage.
63%.
Yes.
So 30, so 18, 19 were female.
Yeah.
Now, ma'am, on the basis of this 30 sample, can you pass a generalized statement that in Bangalore and in the whole India, 63% female will go in teaching? And the second thing is,
I've used the
when you have
SPSS.
applied chi-square test, then you should show the result of that.
Since the probability value is 0.144.
So
Yes.
probability is 0.144.
Yes.
Then what happened
And
to null
calculated.
hypothesis?
Null hypothesis is rejected.
So it is reverse. So if probability value is more than 0.05, then your null hypothesis is accepted. Right? Don't worry.
Okay.
Generally it
I
happens.
know, I'm just doing it for the first time.
No problem, no problem. It's a good effort anyway. So after this presentation,
Yes, sir.
just meet me outside.
Okay, sir,
Huh?
sure.
Very well done. Good. Congratulations.
Ma'am, I have a question for you. The respondents, were they from private colleges or government colleges?
Private college.
Private colleges, is it? Wherein you have said one of the factors is the pay, that they are attracted.
Yes.
Very good. And the other, you have said flexible working hours. So private colleges, they have flexibility in working hours, is it?
Yes, in my own college, we have batches. So I can choose whichever batch I need. Maybe
One-
from 8 to 12.
And less working hours.
No, not less working hours. I can choose that work timing. That is
Okay.
what I want, flexibility in time.
Okay. So if the study had been conducted covering both the sectors, then we would have come out with really some amazing findings, wherein we would have got the views of both the teaching fraternity from the government institutions as well as from the private colleges.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll do a research on that one, sir.